told lies that never came true, and I have stolen, so have you. If we can make it through another day with you believing in my innocence, then we can make it through another year, 'cause we both needed to forget this fear. If it's all the same to you, then it's just a little white lie. Then it's all the same to me, and it's just a little white lie. If I was to blame, would you still believe? I don't want you to forget. Just pretend that it never happened, and it's just a little white lie, and it's just a little white lie. If it's all the same to you, it's just a little white lie. Then it's all the same to me, and it's just a little white lie. If I was to blame of you, would you still believe? If I was a thief.
Breathing in, breathing out. How you been? You settled down. You feeling right? You feeling proud? How are your kids? Where are they now? You build a boat. You build a life. You lose your friends. You lose your wife. You settle in to routine. Where are you? Does it mean? If I get too close, then I'm not how you hope. If I know that attitude, oh, I was raised out in the cold. If the sun don't rise till the summertime, if I know that attitude, oh, I was raised on little light.
Bought some, you search online, you're getting lost, you're getting high, all alone, late in late, scared to live, scared to die. You build a boat, you build a life, you lose your kids, you lose your wife, you settle down, you're feeling lost, you're getting stoned, then kicking rocks.
you get too close, and I'm not how you hoped. Forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised out in the cold. If the sun don't shine till the summertime, forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised on little light.
Try to keep you close to me, but life got in between. Tried to square not being there, but said that I should have been. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Once upon a different life, we rode our bikes into the sky. Now we caught against the tide. Those distant days all flashing by. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, oh. Lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. To all things housed in her silence, nature offers a violence, the bear that keeps to his own line, the wolf takes always its own kind. The world that hardens as a harsher winter holds. The parent forced to eat its young before it grows. Every bird gone unheard, starving where the ground is froze. The winter sunrise, red on white, like blood upon the snow. Like blood upon the snow.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to the service, and before the service begins, I've been asked to make the request that your phones be silenced and that you not be filming the service, as it will be professionally taped for us. That request comes. Again, please silence all of your phones, and please no recording, video recording of the service. Thank you again for being with us today.
Even though you don't know or listen, I still call and wait till the tone, just to hear you say leave a message. Since you've been gone, I've had to find different ways to grieve. There's days that I don't even want it on my mind, but tonight I'm weak, so I'm gonna pull out pictures, ones with you in them, laugh and cry a little while reminiscing by myself. I can't help it, all I think about is how you were taken way too soon. It ain't the same here without you. I gotta say, missing you comes in waves, and tonight I'm drowning. Yeah, I know you're in a better place, and one day I'll see you again. But it's killing me we can't be face to face. I miss my best friend, so tonight I'm gonna pull out pictures, ones with you in them. Laugh and cry a little while reminiscing by myself. I can't help that all I think about is how you were taken way too soon. It ain't the same here without you. I gotta say, missing you comes in waves, and tonight I'm drowning. Yeah, tonight I'm drowning. I know it's a part of life, but I wasn't ready to say goodbye. So tonight I'm gonna pull out pictures, ones with you in them. Laugh and cry a little while reminiscing by myself. I can't help that all I think about is how you were taken way too soon. It ain't the same here without you. I gotta say, missing you comes in waves, and tonight I'm drowning. Yeah, tonight I'm drowning.
$0.89 in the ashtray, half-empty bottle of Gatorade rolling in the floorboard. That dirty Braves cap on the dash, dog tags hanging from the rear view, old skull can and cowboy boots, and a gold army shirt folded in the back. This thing burns gas like crazy, but that's alright. People got their ways of coping, oh, and I got mine. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes I drive your truck. I leave that radio playing, same old country station where you left it. Yeah, man, I crank it up, and you'd probably punch my arm right now if you saw this tear rolling down on my face. Hey man, I'm trying to be tough, and Mama asked me this morning if I'd been by your grave, but that flag and stone ain't where I feel you anyway. I drive your truck, drive your truck. I've cussed, I've prayed, I've said goodbye, shook my fist and asked God why. These days when I'm missing you this much, I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yes, I'm time. I drive your truck. I drive your truck. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. I drive your truck.
He called her on the road from a lonely, cold hotel room just to hear her say, I love you one more time. And when he heard the sound of the kids laughing in the background, he had to wipe away a tear from his eye. A little voice came on the phone. He said, Daddy, when you come home. He said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground. I'm the whisper in the wind. I'm your imaginary friend. And I know I'm in your prayers. Oh, I'm already there. She got back on the phone, said, I really miss you, darling. Don't worry about the kids, they'll be alright. Wish I was in your arms, lying right there beside you. But I know that I'll be in your dreams tonight. And I'll gently kiss your lips, touch you with my fingertips. So turn out the light and close your eyes. I'm already there. Don't make a sound. I'm the beat in your heart. I'm the moonlight shining down. I'm the whisper in the wind. And I'll be there till the end. Can you feel the love that we share? Oh, I'm already there. We may be 1,000 miles apart, but I'll be with you wherever you are. I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground. I'm the whisper in the wind. And I'll be there till the end. Can you feel the love that we share? Oh, I'm already there. Oh, I'm already there.
trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dreams that you dare to, why, oh, why can't I?
There's nothing more to hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die a happy man, I'm sure. When you said your last goodbye, I died a little bit inside. I lay in tears in bed all night, alone without you by my side. But if you loved me, why'd you leave me? And all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody like you. It's a light relief from a bad habit. It's my mother's cooking when I can't have it. It's the last train home from a day tripping. It's the place I know when it starts slipping. Darling, won't you take me home?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Devin and the entire Candanoza family, I want to thank you for taking the time out of what is certainly a busy time of the year for each and every one of us. I want to thank those of you that have come from very distant locations around this country and perhaps even from other countries to come together as a family and to remember and even to celebrate the bravery and the sacrifice that Jacob is and gave to each and every one of us who are freedom-loving people. Not just in our city, our county, but certainly around our state as well as our nation. Thank you so much for being with us today. Jacob's service to us as citizens of this country did not start when he became an officer, an outstanding officer of the Terrell Police Department. No, you see, prior to that, he had spent 5 years serving in the United States Marine Corps. And as he served faithfully and earned an honorable discharge in that Marine Corps, we want to begin today by honoring that sacrifice. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand together with me? And if you are a uniformed individual, please give a hand salute. If you are a veteran, please give a hand salute. If you're an active military member, please give a hand salute. And if you're a civilian, would you please place your hand over your heart? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. I've had the honor and the joy of being able to visit with this precious family over the last 9 days, and speaking specifically with Devin. One of the things that she and I agreed on is that this statement certainly fits Jacob's entire life. The statement is, "Greater love has no man than this, than that he be willing to lay his life down for a friend. Every one of you that are here today wearing that sacred uniform, the uniform of a peace officer, police officer, servant to the public. Every one of you get up every day with that very passage in mind. That if duty calls, you're willing to lay your life down for a friend. 9 days ago, Jacob did just that. He was a hero before that occurred. He's certainly immortalized as a hero in the hearts and minds of each and every one of us, and a grateful, grateful nation. Would you join me as we go to the Lord in prayer? Father, today our hearts are heavy. Lord, a brother has been lost in the line of duty, but he gave his life doing what he believed in, what he stood for. And Father, today we honor not only his life, but we honor his lasting legacy. And while he's gone, he will never be forgotten. So Father, today as we move into this service, would you please allow your Spirit to bring comfort, Father, to allow your mercy to flow. Be with not just this precious family, but be with each and every one of us and every department that's recognized in their attendance today. And Father, as we celebrate Jacob, we pray that we would glorify you. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Time stood still, just like a photograph. You made me feel like this will last forever. Looking in your eyes, I see my whole life. Oh, they say you know it, but you know it, I don't know. Oh, promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I've wasted. You were right there all along. You and I start gazing, intertwining souls. We were never strangers. You were right there all along. I lose my mind when I'm around you, how I come alive. When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost. I wanna give you all I've got. Oh, they say you know it, but you know it, I don't know. Oh, promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go.
Strangers, you were right there all along.
I was visiting with Devin, and we were talking about the service today, and she selected the songs, but this song that you just heard, she said that was Jacob's favorite song right now. She said he changed favorite songs from season to season, and that was currently his favorite song. As I spoke with her also, we talked about a lot of things, and I came to realize that she is an incredible lady and strong, tremendous heart, and tremendous support system with her family, and now a bigger family. As we look around, over 2,000 people here, all part of her family. She told me that she was a private person, that her and Jacob lived a private, quiet life, and I said, that's fine, but your circle of private just got a lot bigger. And so today we're here to celebrate Officer Jacob Andrew Candanoza, Terrell Police Department patrol officer who passed away tragically on December the 8th, 2024, as a result of injuries sustained in the line of duty. His family takes great comfort in the realization that Officer Candanoza was doing what he was most passionate about, protecting and serving. Jacob was born on December the 14th, 1995 in Dallas, Texas, to Jennifer Valencia and David Candanoza. After graduating high school, Jacob answered the call to serve his country and immediately enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. After 5 years of exemplary conduct and recognition with the USMC, he was honorably discharged on June the 22nd, 2019, having achieved the rank of sergeant. Jacob then continued his education through Dallas College, Cedar Valley campus, earning his Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts in May 2023. Jacob met his beloved wife, Devin, in 2016, and they got married on May the 23rd, 2018. In 2019, he and Devin were blessed with the arrival of their beautiful daughter, Amethyst, which made Jacob the happiest man in the world. He loved both of his girls without abandon, and his devotion as a husband and a father was a hallmark of his personality. His love of his family, combined with his smile, his generosity, and his ever-present willingness to help others, made every connection with Jacob a blessing. Along with being a beloved husband and father, Jacob was also a cherished son, brother, and grandson. His friendships had a firm foundation in service and respect for others. Over the years, and with different agencies, Jacob made countless friends during his military service and law enforcement career. His unwavering dedication to all things military and law enforcement enabled Jacob to take on the responsibilities as a United States Marine Corps sergeant and a police officer with honor and dignity throughout his career. His self-discipline was evident to all when he would exhibit the highest professionalism and experience as he put in the work before, during, and after each shift, knowing that he did all that he could for each call he worked. First, with the Dallas County Sheriff's Office, and then with the Terrell Police Department. Officer Candanoza demonstrated all the facets of a born police officer, both on and off shift, with his courage, integrity, compassion, and commitment to serve, and he will be greatly missed and never forgotten. Jacob is survived by his precious wife, Devin Candanoza, daughter, Amethyst Candanoza, mother, Jennifer Valencia, father, David Candanoza, siblings, Hawk Candanoza, Holly Richards, Lucas Valencia, William Valencia, Grayson Candanoza, and Hunter Candanoza. Grandparents, Kim and Philip Stewart, and Sylvia and Robert Montalvo, as well as many other extended family members, many friends, and his brothers and sisters of the Dallas County Sheriff's Office and the Terrell Police Department. Semper Fi. At this time, Chief Arlie Sansom of the Terrell Police Department is going to come and talk not only about one of his officers, but about one of his very close friends. Would you please put your hands together and welcome Chief Arlie Sansom.
Sunday night, December the 8th, around 11 p.m., I got the call that every police chief prays to avoid. We have an officer down and it's not looking good. I screamed into the night, fearing the worst. As I responded, I prayed to save his life, protect his family, and our family. Tragic, mortifying, and life-changing. As we learned the horrible news, I saw the faces, the tears, the reactions, the pain, and the fear. Where do you put this? How do you deal with this? How do you separate yourself from all of these emotions? Where is your strength button? I'm going to ask you today to find yours. Find that place where you feel joy, happiness, and strength. When you feel overwhelmed, reach for that button, press it, hit it, slam it, whatever you need to do. But go to that place. I don't know where it is for you, but for me, it's my faith, my home, time with family. Whatever it is, go there. Our hearts can heal. Our minds can mend, but until then, press that strength button. We need to be strong in our support of this family. As difficult as this is, and it will continue to be, that's not what I want to talk about, not at all. I want to talk about how this much contact can make this much difference. Relationships matter. Hear this, relationships matter. Look at this room. Several hundred people knew him and loved him, and thousands are here to honor him and his family. Let me share our relationship. Jacob completed our hiring process during the preceding months just before July 2024, and he had one remaining step, the interview with the chief of police. It was very informal and only a few sentences were exchanged, a quick congratulations and a welcome. I barely knew him on a personal level, but I knew all about his background, his life, family, work history, and the time that he spent with DSO. And so he became one of us, a Terrell police officer. After an introduction to the council, we bonded on the back row, physically poking at each other and shaking our heads and rolling our eyes at some of the lengthy sections of the meeting. We met the next week and rode together to the Stallings Addition community meeting, stressing our importance of interacting with all of our citizens. You never really know how a young officer is going to react in that scenario. Honestly, I expected he would just sit there like a bump on a log, ride the meeting out. Not Jacob. Talked almost as much as I did. He embraced the concept, sharing, talking, and visiting with all the members listening. That smile and that laugh was present throughout. His entire personality shined through. A parking issue was brought up, and we assured him we'd take a look and see about what we could do to resolve it. After the meeting, we drove by and made an assessment and kicked it around between the two of us. And I laughed and said, well, you got your first assignment. He just smiled and said, yes, sir, I will take care of it. The next day, I remarked to one of our lieutenants about the meeting, bragging on Jacob and how happy I was to have him. I literally said, man, we really got a good one with him. When checking my email, I laughed out loud because it was from Jacob. He'd already sent me an update on that first assignment. Devin reminded me of another story that I'd completely forgotten about. He came home one night, told her he'd already been called to the chief's office. I'd heard a rumor, and it bothered me enough that I wanted to talk to him, so I asked him to stop by my office. He came bouncing in with that way that he had about him, big smile. Hey, Chief, what's up? I broached the subject straight on and told him that I'd heard that he was getting close to the end of his training and that he might not be very happy and he was considering going somewhere else. I wanted to make sure that there had not been some incident that had led to these feelings, and he looked at me with shock and horror on his face. He said, who could have told you that? That's crazy, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I am here doing exactly what I want to do, exactly where I want to do it. We both laughed, and I was relieved. We visited for a few more minutes, and then he said, well, I got to go back to work. I never once saw him that he did not smile and say good morning, see you later, how's it going, or just pat me on the back when he passed by. Those are the memories that I have. So I ask you again, how can this much time make this much difference? Relationship, that's why. In this short time, we were building a relationship. This past week, I've seen more hugs, seen more kind gestures, heard more cops tell each other that they loved each other than any time in the 37 years that I've served. That is because of Jacob. He made a difference. He shared himself with us. His family shared him with us. And it means something. This loss has brought people together. It has changed lives. Today, it has us broken, but not defeated. Today, it has us hurt and angry, but our resolve is stronger than ever. Today, we are in tears, but one day we will find joy again, despite this loss. We must mourn, we must grieve, but we must find a way to find the good that has come and will come from this tragedy. What is it? It is the fond memory of relationship. It's his kind smile and those loving eyes that we will remember. It's the welcoming of a new family to our blue fold for life. Devin, Amos, the Candanoza family. You are ours, and we are yours.
I forgot to tell you, you applaud when they come up, and if they do a good job, you applaud as they go down. Chief, I started that for you. You're welcome. It'll cost you $5 or a hamburger. As I met with the family at the hospital last Monday morning, bright and early during the night, I found out that Jacob had two very special friends. Matter of fact, they called themselves the Three Musketeers. But after meeting them and talking to them, I think they could also be called the Three Stooges. Would you please welcome Jacob's two best friends, Jonathan Lindo and David Luna. Give them a hand as they come.
Well, he spoiled the part about the Three Musketeers. It's in my speech, but I'll go ahead and say that. Where do I even start? As some of you know, I met Candanoza at the academy. We gave him the nickname Candeezy. And it was day one that Luna and I had just met each other, and we were sitting down in the classroom waiting for everyone else to walk in. And man, when that guy walked in, it was like, bam, he's a stud, confident. If you guys know him, the way he walks, he's very sharp, very stout. And we looked at each other and we're like, we got to get to know that dude. Myself, Luna, and Candeezy, not being with Dallas County prior, we're all military, we hit it off, talking about our stories and adventures outside the state, maybe in different countries. But you know, there's something about Candeezy that really stuck out, and it was how strong and level-headed, humble and professional he was. It's all good qualities you look for in a police officer. And just like any good bromance, just like that, it took off. From study sessions to birthdays, Friendsgiving, holidays, we were always doing life together. We're often being referred to as the Three Amigos, the Three Musketeers, and even Sergeant Garcia's three sons, Sergeant Garcia being our academy instructor. And when people saw us in the halls, they were like, oh, look, here comes trouble. Candeezy loved DWIs, and when it came for our SFST night, we invited our wives. And boy, did our wives bond, over alcohol at that. And Devin was so kind and sweet to my wife and Luna's wife, and we were so relieved that they connected. And like that, our families were intertwined, and we were doing life together. Candeezy was very professional and humble, and he didn't brag much, so Luna and I had to do all the bragging for him. Through our adventures together, Luna, Candeezy, and I, we trained together, made a team together, and we wanted to hone our craft, become better protectors and professionals, and he thrived in it. He loved learning, growing, becoming a better tactician, and man, that guy was such a stud. I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures of him. But you know, things changed when he moved to Terrell. It was a little bittersweet, but man, he loved Terrell Police Department. He regained that spark that he had previously lost, and he was always telling us in our little group chat about all the crazy calls he's been on, how many DWIs he's done. He even saved the guy's life. He had such a passion for patrol. I've spoken to so many Terrell police officers over the past couple days about how squared away he was. All I hear is how much of a stud he was, how knowledgeable he was, how humble he was. And I really just wanted to say thank you to Terrell for taking care of him. There's so much to say, and I could really go on, but I'll leave you with a couple things. Officer Jacob Candanoza, our brother, Candeezy, he would want to be remembered as a couple things. As a good father to Amethyst, who is confident, caring, and kind, some of the best qualities that he got to share with her. He would want to be remembered as a faithful and loving husband to Devin. And Devin, you are so strong and fierce, and I know he loved you very much. You and Amethyst were his whole world, he reminded us. And he was a good brother to his family, to the guys on the team, to the police officers in the department, and to everyone he really came into contact with. So this one's to you, Candeezy, and we miss you, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous up here, guys. It is an honor to speak on Jacob's behalf. Good morning, everybody. I want to read off what's behind Terrell's challenge coin. It says, professional and responsibly aggressive law enforcement is a philosophy that promotes a proactive approach to reducing crime and enhancing public safety. I could not find any better words that could match Jacob. These words fit him perfectly. His ambition, his drive to policing was nothing I've ever seen before. It's something that every law enforcement officer should strive to be. Chief Sanson, I want to thank you and your department for taking in Candanoza and giving him the opportunity that he was seeking for all along, an opportunity that his previous department failed to give. The opportunity was to just serve with a purpose. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Terrell PD. Thank you, Chief Sanson. Secondly, I want to thank Devin for allowing Candanoza to spend his weekends with us. I know you probably wanted him home most of the time, but he was ours that weekend, you know. Also, thank you for letting him spend a lot of his money on all the guns and gear. He really enjoyed that stuff. I want to share you a story. The last time we met with Candanoza was on Friday, two nights before the incident. I'm always ecstatic to see Candanoza because he has one of the best stories. He was telling us about his last traffic stop where this car peeled out the parking lot. So he's on his little lunch break, he's about to get these tacos from this new taco stand that he has now, because it comes to find out that he pulled over the other owner of the taco stand, and they don't give him free tacos anymore, so he goes to the other one. So then he hears this car pull out, and Candanoza's police antennas go up, and there he goes, right? He tells the taco lady, I'm gonna sit these right here, I'll be right back. And there he goes, being as ambitious and as driven to just serve his community. And on December 8th, he did the same thing. Not knowing what he was gonna encounter, he didn't care. He went out there and did what he was supposed to do. That night he faced evil, and evil won. But they didn't win the war, right? It was a small battle that evil won. And I leave this last note to you guys, everybody carrying a badge, that it is our responsibility to honor Jacob, to let not this discourage us from doing our duties, but to honor Jacob and carry on his legacy and what he always wanted, and that was just to be a good husband, a good father, and a damn good police officer. Thank you.
Behind every incredible son are two fantastic parents who raise young men to be who Jacob was. We're moving from best friends now to family. And so, first, would you please welcome Jacob's father, David Candanoza, and when David is through speaking, would you welcome his brother, Hawk Candanoza. Please welcome David.
I'm not really good at speeches, so I wrote a couple of things down. I just want to thank everyone for coming out. It's really overwhelming to see such support. People don't even understand how strong the blue line is. I myself didn't either, but I know now. I look out at everyone, and I see so many different agencies. I've seen officers from Chicago, from New York, from practically every city in DFW, literally all over. People have reached out from all over the planet to give their condolences, and I'm so very grateful. Jacob absolutely loved being an officer for Terrell. 21 hours before this tragedy, he was at the rink showing me his police gear, his 2 different vests, his rifle, his different bullets. He was just so proud. I had no idea all the stuff that goes on the gear for an officer. It's a lot. He would tell me how happy he was to be married to Devin, how he loved being a dad to Amethyst. I call her the Rock. He loved them more than words can say. By absolute luck, I was driving through Terrell when he first got his squad car. He told me to meet him at Buc-ee's. He was on cloud 9. He hit one of his dreams. He got his own car. I told him, "Boy, your car is so dirty." He goes, "Dad, I just got it. I'll get it squared away." The last picture I ever took of him was at that moment there with his brother Condor right in front of his police car. My son Hawk would talk to him every day. They're so close. As a dad, it's just the greatest feeling in the world to see your kids talk and just be so loving towards each other instead of always fighting. On the procession down here from Terrell, the police department, to the church, I saw so many people on the side of the road with their hands over the heart or saluting in respect for Jacob. It's just awesome. Jacob and I were at the rink, and he suddenly tells me, "Dad, I'm taking off to New Mexico." I said, "Boy, what are you doing that for?" He said he was meeting Devin halfway. Devin was driving from California. He was driving from Texas. They were going to meet halfway in New Mexico, some little town I never heard of. So I said, "Oh, shoot." I get on the phone and I Google Las Vegas. And I tell him, "Boy, hey, you can fly to Las Vegas and stay at the Stratosphere for cheaper than all that gas you're going to spend, and you would get to be there faster and spend more time with her there." He goes, "Really?" I said, "Look it up." And he did. So then he called her, and they met in Vegas, and that was technically their first date. It wasn't random like that. He was going to meet her in New Mexico. No way. I have 2 quick stories. When he was with Dallas, what is it? I forgot. Dallas Sheriff's deputies. He was driving his van, and he went to go pick up lunch for him and a couple people, other officers. And he's driving back. And as he's driving back, somebody comes out of a bar, almost hits him, and drives erratically. Well, Jacob, he was offended that they did that in front of him in his vehicle. So he lights him up. And he goes over there and he talks to him and finds out that that guy is drunk or inebriated. So he gets the guy out of the car and he's talking to him. He gets the guy's keys and he just chunks them way off into the shit. And he says, by the time you find your keys, you'll be sober. True story. It's the way it was. And then one more last quick story. When he was in the Marines, in basic, he had won some kind of award, crawling or whatever. I don't know what it was, but he won, and his reward was an orange. That was like gold, and if you ever know basic training, you get something like that. It's, oh, hell yeah. So he was peeling it, and a buddy comes over here, and he says, hey, can I have a slice? Okay. He gives him a slice. And then another one, and another one. And the drill instructor's right there watching all this going on. And eventually, Jacob gave the whole orange away. He didn't save nothing for him. That's the way he was, just helping others. And the DI was watching him, and he goes over there, Candanoza, did you eat any of that orange? Sir, no, sir. He goes, he gave him another orange. And he says, don't share. This one's for you. It's the way he was. Just a great son, just a great boy, great husband to Devin. I can see you now. I got my glasses on. That's all I got. I just want to say down there, boy, I see you. I miss you so much, boy. You have no idea how much I miss you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you.
Today, we honor the life of my brother, Jacob Candanoza, who served as a police officer, a role he carried with an unshakable commitment to duty, justice, and his community. As we reflect on his service, we always also reflect on who he was to each of us: a husband, a father, a son, a brother, a friend, a protector, and a man of great integrity. Jacob dedicated his life to make the world a safer place. He wore the badge with pride, but his true measure just wasn't in his profession, it was in his character. Whether it was the late night shifts, the countless hours spent serving his community, or the moments when he went above and beyond to help someone in need, my brother lived by a code of honor and compassion that extended far beyond his uniform. As a family, we were so proud of the man that he was. He had a great heart that cared deeply for others. He wasn't just a cop to us. He was someone we could rely on, someone whose laughter could light up a room, and whose strength could support us through the hardest of times. It wasn't just in his professional life that he made an impact. His love for his family, his loyalty to his friends, and his undying commitment, doing what was right, was the core of who he was. He had a way of making you feel safe, not just in the face of danger, but in the ordinary moments of life, with his warmth, his humor, and his unwavering support. Now I have a letter to Devin. Devin, the night that Jacob and I met you at Kevin's house, after everyone went to bed, Jacob and I were upstairs, and that guy just couldn't stop talking about you. Little did I know, my brother had met the love of his life, and he was getting ready to begin his greatest adventure. He loved being your husband. He loved spending every moment with you, and I know I didn't take anything for granted. We all might say that I was Jacob's best friend, but you truly were the center of his world. As we navigate this next chapter of life, I want you to know that you are not alone, and I will be here for every step of the way, and always support you and Amethyst. Y'all are my family, and that'll never change. I apologize. The next one is a letter to Amethyst. Amethyst, the day you were born, I saw my brother and your father become the man he was always meant to be. Of all things your daddy loved, being your dad was his favorite. Your daddy was the bravest, funniest, and most honorable man I've ever met. Every day he lived for you, and each time I get to see your smile and hear your laugh, I see your daddy and you always bringing happiness to everyone around you. As time goes on and years pass, it may be hard to remember everything you know about your dad, but I will always be here to share with you the endless memories that I have with him. And lastly, a letter to Jacob. Jacob, from the time we were little goons running around causing chaos wherever we went, to starting our own families, I couldn't ask for a better big brother, a best friend to have in my life. The impact you made on me was immeasurable. Growing up, all I ever wanted to do was be just like you. I wanted to dress like you. I wanted to skate better than you and to be the best version of myself just to impress you. From the earliest memories I have, it was always you taking care of me and helping any way you could. The bond we have is one that will never be broken and will never fade. We laughed and we cried, and we got to enjoy each day as it came. You always picked me up when I was down and kept me on the right path. You're the man I've always looked up to in every facet of life. The love you have for everyone was admirable, the light you bring to the darkest of times, and the selflessness to always help anyone in need was the core of who you were. Your dedication to serve and protect your family, friends, and community is a mark we will all strive to achieve. Most people have flat tire friends, but not many have 3 a.m. friends. A flat tire friend is one you call before the sun goes down, and they will help if they can. But a 3 a.m. friend is one you call in the middle of the night. No matter the issue, they will come to help. Jacob, you were my 3 a.m. friend. It didn't matter what season of life you were facing, you always answered my phone call. You gave me undivided love and attention. You are my big brother, but more than that, you are my role model, my confidant, and my best friend. I may not have always voiced the amount of love and respect I have for you, but Jacob, I hope you knew you were my partner in crime, and I couldn't thank you enough for the life I got to live with you. You are the best big brother I could have ever been given. And if I could have one more conversation, I'd tell you how strong you are as a person. How great you are to Devin, and what an amazing father you are to Amethyst. I'd remind you every day of how much I love you. I don't know how I'm going to live this life without you, but I promise to do my best to find the strength in my heart. Jacob, I promise to you that I will always take care of Devin and Amethyst. You had a way of surrounding yourself with the best of people, so I won't be doing so alone. I know you'd rather be here, but you may rest in peace, knowing we will handle everything for you down here until we see you again. I love you. Till next time, stay dangerous, cowboy.
And finally, I have the honor of reading a letter from Devin, his precious wife, the mother of his beautiful daughter, Amethyst. She writes, "Dear Jacob, I'm at a loss for words. How do I convey everything that my heart is feeling during this time? It has been an honor to be your wife and your best friend. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. You were an incredible husband and father. You always showed us so much compassion, support, and patience. You taught us what true unconditional love was. thank you for always being our protector. I am so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished, from the United States Marine Corps to the Dallas Sheriff's Department, and finally to the Terrell Police Department. And there were so many other things in between, far too many to name. You were always so passionate in everything you did. My heart is so full of cherished moments that we shared. I will hold them dear, and in the dark moments ahead, I will have those memories to comfort me. I'll carry your legacy in my heart, and I promise I'll live a life that honors you for the rest of my days. I will love you forever until we meet again. Eternally yours, Devin. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Candanoza. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Preacher said he died too young. Over there, told that gun for Uncle Sam and our freedom. Mom and Dad dressed in black, they folded up that flag, handed it to Dad and started praying. Yeah, and he went out with 21 guns blazing, and that's one hell of a name. That's the only way to go, fighting the good fight till the good Lord calls you home. So beware, my friend, till I see you again. Yeah, this is our last goodbye. It's a hell of a day, man. Doctor said he ain't got long. He just smiled and said, bring it on. Well, if you think I'm scared, you got me all wrong. No, a little cancer can't break me. My heart's rhyming, I believe. We all hit our knees and started praying. Lord, he never gave up. Said the good Lord's waiting, and that's one hell of a name. That's the only way to go, fighting the good fight till the good Lord calls you home. So beware, my friend, till I see you again. Yeah, this is our last goodbye. So hell of an amen. So beware, my friends, till I see you again. This is our last goodbye. It's a hell of an amen. Amen. That's a hell of an amen.
You know, Devin, as I look around this room, I'm seeing so many familiar faces. Judge Chitty, good to see you, sir. So good to see you, too. Officer Johns. And so many others. Personnel from every department, not just in our county, but from all over the United States. Certainly from this part of North Texas. And there's two thoughts that come to mind. Devin, number one, look around and see how many people honor your husband today. Set aside everything that they had going on in their life to be right here with us. What an incredible, incredible honor. Representatives from the district attorney's office, representatives from every law enforcement agency, people that may have never met your husband but love the sacrifice that he gave every day to protect us. So my first thought is, wow, what an honor. My second thought is, what a great day to speed through Kaufman County. Some of you will get that. So what do you say at a time like this? I want to talk about one thing today, and I won't be long. But I want to talk about finding peace in troubled times. We're deep into the middle of the Christmas season. Music is filling the air in every shopping mall. Almost every commercial that you watch on TV or hear on the radio are trying to convince you that your Christmas will be incomplete if you don't purchase whatever it is that they are promoting. Somewhere along the way, it seems that so many have forgotten the real reason for this season. This is supposed to be a season of peace, a season of love, a season of joy to the world. 8 days ago, when I was in the living room of the Candanoza home, I couldn't help but notice that they had begun the joyful process of decorating their home for Christmas. Sadly, that process of preparation for this season of peace and of joy was ripped away during the night as we, myself, Chaplain Gary Weems, accompanied Chief Arlie Sansom to that house on Russell Road, knocked on the door about 1 o'clock in the morning. Devin came to the door. She opened the door and she allowed us in. And we had the sad task of relaying the tragic news to a precious young wife that due to an unimaginable and unforeseen act of pure evil, her husband would not be coming home. Suddenly, the decorations adorning that home would no longer be enough to brighten the gloom. And the music and the celebrations of the season would not be able to comfort the Candanoza family. So the question that comes loudly and echoes in the ears of this pastor is, what do you say regarding that peace when it is interrupted by the evil actions of a man, the thunderous echoes of a gun, and the tragic loss of a father, a husband, a son, a sibling, a colleague, and a friend? Where can peace be found when it has been so violently ripped away? And can it ever be restored? Well, I stand here today to share with each and every one of us some great news. And that great news is that the answer to that question is an absolute and definite yes. Yes, there is still peace, and joy can still be found. So I say, to a distraught police department. I say yes, there is hope. To a suffering city, I say yes, there's hope. To a congregation of cops and community members, I say yes. We live beyond the evil to celebrate peace and hope. And to a wounded wife and a devastated daughter. To a fractured family, I still say yes. There's still hope. There's still peace that can be found, and it is found in the source of real peace. And that source is a peace that can only be found in God. There are times in life such as this when we have come to the end of ourselves. Our understanding, our resources, and even our words. In Devin's living room, there was silence. As Chaplain Weems often reminds us, there's times when words are completely inadequate and it's simply the ministry of presence. And I wouldn't take $1 million, Chief, for the honor of going with you and being in that living room in the middle of that night. Because as a result of that, I've been touched. Devin, Jacob has touched my heart. And you and your family, y'all have been a blessing to me. Thank you for the time that you gave me as we visited. Mr. Candanoza, standing across the hall from you at the hospital as we were preparing to carry Jacob downtown Dallas to the ME office, and the news came through that the suspect had been apprehended. You remember that moment? And in that moment, you let out a shout. And you doubled over and you were laughing and crying at the same time. And you looked at me and you said, "I'm sorry, but I don't know how to react." Your reaction was perfect. Because in that moment of your extreme grief, you also felt the relief of peace. That he would never hurt another person. That justice would be served. And that there would be victory and peace and even joy in the middle of your sorrow. That's what I'm talking about tonight. And each and every one of you who take the stand on a daily basis to serve and to protect, you make our peace and our joy possible. Would you please give a hand to the incredible work of law enforcement personnel all around our community, our state, and our great nation for a job well done. As I said, there's times that we come to the end of ourselves. Our understanding, our words fall short. But it's during those times that we have to reach outside of ourselves to truly find that comfort, that hope, and that peace that I'm speaking about today. It's times like this that this precious family needs each and every one of us. You know, what's funny is Devin told me that they were very private people and that their circle of friends has been very small. And I told her, "I'm sorry, but you're going to have to stretch that circle. Because now every person in this county knows your name. And every person in this county knows Jacob's fame. And we will not let go. We will stand with you now and for the rest of your days. You have a huge family. A family typically known as a family in blue, brothers and sisters that come alongside you. But I want to challenge those of you sitting in this room. I want to challenge you with the fact that the last thing this family needs is a sermon. They don't need a sermon. They don't need to be preached to. You know what this family needs? They need a demonstration from us of what true love is, true peace, and what true mercy looks like. You see, we're not called to preach it at this time. We're just called to live it. To live that love, to live that support, to allow the subject of our ministry, our outreach, be Devon, Amethyst, and the family. It won't be found in our words, but it'll be found in our fellowship. It'll be found in our actions. And it'll be found as we continue to reach out, as we continue to support and love. Just yesterday, I was sitting with Devon. We were in a private room at the Max Slayton funeral home. And by the way, Max, I'm not sure where you are, but I want to say to you, to your precious wife and your incredible staff and all of the funeral service personnel that have supported and helped during this time, I want to say to you, thank you. Would you help me thank those that have served so faithfully this family? Anyway, just yesterday, Devon and I were sitting in a private room and we were talking, and actually we were talking about the service today, and I asked Devon a question. And she answered that question, and then I asked the same question. I won't tell you what the question was, that's between her and I, but when I rephrased the question, she started laughing. And she laughed, and she laughed, and she laughed. 2 minutes she sat there and laughed right in the middle of her sorrow. My friend, joy has not been defeated. But as we fellowship, now see, Devon's whispering to Jacob's mother what the question was. Now they're laughing together. That's great. You'll have to ask Devon what I asked her. But in the middle of her sorrow, we found a cause, a reason for joy that would not have been found had we not fellowshiped together. And it wasn't because there was a sermon. It was because there was a relationship. It's because there was a love. It was because there was a peace in that moment that turned into joy as we simply set the sorrow of the day aside and fellowship. Ladies and gentlemen, this family is going to need that fellowship to continue. Don't fail them in the days ahead. And Devon, for 2 minutes, we had joy in that room. And I don't know about you, but here's how I feel at a time like this. I'll take the joy even if it's 2-minute segments at the time. Because next time, maybe it'll be 3 minutes. And then maybe it'll be 5 minutes. And then we can add it all together and say that today was a good day because there was more joy than sorrow. There was more peace than brokenness. And I believe it's all because of a promise that was made 2,000 years ago, as recorded in John. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you, not as the world gives to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. You see, I stand on that promise today. I know that peace today. 11 weeks ago today, Officer Steve Johns contacted me. And he said, Russell, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's been a horrible accident. Your 20-year-old son has died. 11 weeks ago, I was right where you are. But I'm here to tell you that because I know the source of peace, I can stand in front of you today and I can say, that peace is amazing. And that peace is exactly, Devin, what every person in this room prays for you and for your family. That in spite of the sadness and the hurt of the day, you're going to be able to stand and celebrate, Jacob, and do it with joy and with peace. Years ago, there was a major art gallery that had a contest. That art gallery said, we want to see what the greatest painting of peace would look like. And they put it out to all the art world around the entire planet. And many great artists submitted paintings of peace. There were paintings that showed fields of flowers and sunsets and daisies, and there were rainbows, and there were doves, and just anything you can think of that might symbolize peace. But amazingly, none of those paintings won the contest. You see, the painting that won the contest was the painting of a dark, stormy night. Ominous, lightning flashing, waves crashing against a cliff and rock boulder coastline. Foam, wind, rain. And I know you're saying to yourself, well, how could that be peace? How could it be peace if it's a picture of a horrific storm? Because if you looked closely, hidden in the cleft of that cliff face was a little sparrow sitting on a nest with two young baby birds huddled under her. She sitting there protecting those birds, had her head hidden under her wing. Listen to me. Sound asleep. You see, peace is not the absence of the storm. Peace is the ability to find comfort in the storm. And that's the painting that won. The perfect picture of peace. As I visited with Devin, she told me about the first vacation that she ever took with Jacob. You see, when they got married, and those of you in law enforcement will understand this, they didn't have any money. But Devin got to work some overtime hours at the Dallas Sheriff's Department, and he saved up some money, and he was able to take his wife and his daughter on their first vacation. They kind of rolled together their vacation and their honeymoon and their family trip. They rolled it all together. And they went to Colorado. And they spent time in Colorado. But while they were there, staying in an A-frame cabin, a blizzard came. And she said, we got snowed in. We couldn't go anywhere. We were stuck in this A-frame cabin. And she said, it was awesome. Because that night, as the wind howled and the snow fell and the cold crept in, she said, Devin and Amethyst and I were sitting on the couch in that A-frame cabin with great windows all around. And as Devin was being held by Jacob, they sat and looked out the window at the storm all around them. but had perfect peace. The storm is raging right now. The storm is raging in all of our lives. The pain is monumental and the feeling of loss insurmountable. And yet, in the middle of this storm, there is peace. Songwriter wrote the song. He said, peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over our spirit forever, we pray, in fathomless billows of love. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so glad you're here today. But your ministry to this family doesn't end with a final amen. It only begins when we leave this place. Earlier, I asked you to take out your phones and silence them. Right now, I'm going to ask you to take them out again. Take out your smart device. Go ahead, get it. This is your participation time. Take out your smart device. Everybody, open your calendar. Open up your calendar on your smart device. Pick a date in the next 365 days. Pick a date at random. All right, you're still looking at me. Pick a date. You cops do not know how to follow directions. Pick a date and make a note to yourself. Contact this family. Send them a text, send them an email, make a phone call. Contact this family and remind them that you have not forgotten all of the blessing that Jacob is and continues to be. If you're over the age of 75, I'm sorry, when you get home, go to your refrigerator and on the calendar, make a note. Because my friend, I want you to understand that as you do that, because there's a lot of firsts in the year ahead. And with those firsts, your continued ministry and support to them will mean the world. And they'll make it. Devin, you're going to make it. Your family's going to make it. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Let us walk through this with you so that your peace and your joy and your love can once again be complete.
Early morning, there's a message on my phone. It's my mother saying, darling, please come home. I fear the worst, but how could you leave us all behind? There's so much to say, but there's so little time. So how do I say goodbye? Someone who's been with me for my whole damn life. You gave me my name and the color of your eyes. See your face when I look at mine. So how do I say goodbye? When I couldn't, you always saw the best in me. Right or wrong, you were always on my side. But I'm scared of what life without you's like. And I saw the way she looked into your eyes. And I promise if you go, I will make sure she's alright. So how do I say goodbye? Someone who's been with me for my whole damn life. You gave me my name and the color of your eyes. See your face when I look at mine. So how do I say goodbye? steal some time and start again. You'll always be my closest friend. And someday we're gonna make it out. Just hold the light. Just hold the light high, high. So how do I say goodbye to someone who's been with me for my whole damn life? You gave me my name and the color of your eyes. I see your face when I look at mine. So how do I say goodbye? So how do I say goodbye?
Good morning. My name is Sergeant Ira Carter with the Traffic Division for the Dallas Police Department. At this point, I want to offer my condolences to Devin, his mother, father, family and friends of the Terrell Police Department, and anyone who knew Devin and Jacob. I know you guys are suffering right now and words can't explain, but it's someday I hope God give you the courage and strength to get through this so you can go about your own day and understand why we are where we are. I've had the pleasure of meeting with Devin and family this week and over the last 9 days, and it's been an honor for us, as far as the Dallas Police Department and the Traffic Division of the Motor Unit, to be a part of your ceremony. With that being said, we have some things that we need to discuss in order to get everybody to DFW Cemetery safely and soundly. This is our safety briefing for the day. At the end of the safety briefing, please follow these instructions. Please do not get up. The family will get up. Ushers will come and help you out. Once the ushers come and help you out, then you will immediately go to the east and out the doors and get ready for honors. I'm gonna say that again. Once I'm done, please just don't get up. The ushers will come down and get each row and get you out and line you up accordingly. The family will move out, and then the ushers will get you in place to where you need to go so we can do honors. I will give you the route of where we're going. When we leave out of here after honors, we will take the family, and only the family, and Terrell Police Department to the gravesite. I will say that again. This is the family's wish. We will take the family, and only the family, and Terrell Police Department to the gravesite. Anyone else that is a part of this ceremony today would need to go ahead on and leave and clear the parking lot so we can get ready for departure. Route to the cemetery is we're going to go out of here and make a left and go the wrong way up the service road. So we're going to go westbound in the eastbound lane on the service road of I-30. We will go up to Ridge Road, make a right, and then we will make an immediate left and go westbound on the service road, and then we will merge up on I-30 proper and continue. As we get on I-30, we will take I-30 to 635 South, and then we will take 635 South, which will merge into 20 westbound, and then we will take 20 all the way to Spur 408. We'll take Spur 408 to Keys Boulevard. We will make a left on Keys Boulevard, and then we will make a right on Mountain Creek Boulevard, and then we will enter into the cemetery and go to number 4. As we leave here, if you are part of the procession, please do not get into the left-hand lanes. Jockeys will be traveling at a high speed in the left-hand lane, so we don't need anyone hurt. If we make left-hand turns, we will make a wide left-hand turns to allow the jockeys to get in between you to get to the next intersection. If one of my jockeys happen to go down, please, I know it's hard not to, do not panic. Sergeant Pope, who is another supervisor for the unit, will stay back with the jockey, get them the personnel that they need, and we will continue on. If you have vehicle problems, you are to immediately move over to the right of the roadway, let the procession go on, and then call for assistance or help to get someone to help you once the procession has gone. Anytime we move, we are required to do a safety briefing to get everyone there safely and sound and make sure everyone is safe once they get there. Devin and family, again, it's been an honor to be a part of you for these last 9 days. If you need anything from us, please feel free to call. At this point in time, we're ready for honors. Please follow the instructions that I gave at the beginning. May God bless you.
I still call and wait till the tone, just to hear you say leave a message. Since you've been gone, I've had to find different ways to grieve. There's days that I don't even want it on my mind, but tonight I'm weak, so I'm gonna pull out pictures, ones with you in 'em, laugh and cry a little while reminiscing by myself. I can't help that all I think about is how you were taken way too soon. It ain't the same here without you. I gotta say, missing you comes in waves, and tonight I'm drowning. Yeah, I know you're in a better place, and one day I'll see you again, but it's killing me we can't be face to face. I miss my best friend, so tonight I'm gonna pull out pictures, ones with you in 'em, laugh and cry a little while reminiscing by myself. I can't help that all I think about is how you were taken way too soon. It ain't the same here without you. I gotta say, missing you comes in waves, and tonight I'm drowning. Yeah, tonight I'm drowning. I know it's a part of life, but I wasn't ready to say goodbye. So tonight I'm gonna pull out pictures, ones with you in 'em, laugh and cry a little while reminiscing by myself. I can't help that all I think about is how you were taken way too soon. It ain't the same here without you. I gotta say, missing you comes in waves, and tonight I'm drowning. Yeah, tonight I'm drowning.
99 cents in the ashtray, half-empty bottle of Gatorade rolling in the floorboard. That dirty Braves cap on the dash, dog tags hanging from the rear view, old skull can and cowboy boots, and a gold army shirt folded in the back. This thing burns gas like crazy, but that's alright. People got their ways of coping, oh, and I got mine. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yeah, sometimes I drive your truck. Leave that radio playing, same old country station where you left it. Yeah, man, I crank it up, and you'd probably punch my arm right now if you saw this tear rolling down on my face. Hey, man, I'm trying to be tough. Mama asked me this morning if I'd been by your grave, but that flag and stone ain't where I feel you anyway. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yeah, sometimes I drive your truck. I've cussed, I've prayed, I've said goodbye, shook my fist and asked God why. These days when I'm missing you this much, I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yeah, sometimes, brother, sometimes I drive your truck. I drive your truck. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind. I drive your truck.
He called her on the road from a lonely, cold hotel room just to hear her say, I love you one more time. And when he heard the sound of the kids laughing in the background, he had to wipe away a tear from his eye. A little voice came on the phone and said, Daddy, when you come home. He said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground. I'm the whisper in the wind. I'm your imaginary friend. And I know I
turn out the light and close your eyes. I'm already there. Don't make a sound. I'm the beat in your heart. I'm the moonlight shining down. I'm the whisper in the wind, and I'll be there till the end. Can you feel the love that we share? Oh, I'm already there. We may be 1,000 miles apart, but I'll be with you wherever you are. I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground.